we must continue these programs, Mr. Speaker. The programs include nursing home care, support services for caregivers, transportation, child care assistance, adaptive sports programs, and housing and home loan services, to name just a few. So important. Again, these are not new programs, but they're so very important to our true heroes. The costs associated with them have been assumed in the House-passed appropriations bill for fiscal year 2018 and 2019 advance appropriation. One program that has been extended for just 5 additional months until January 6, 2018 is the Assisted Living Pilot Program for veterans with traumatic brain injury. That short extension would allow extra time for the VA to fully transition the veterans currently participating in that program into other existing programs more suitable for their ongoing support and rehabilitation. H.R. 3819 would also make a number of technical corrections to the Harry W. Colmary Veterans Educational Assistance Act of 2017. This bill was drafted by and has full bipartisan support of both the majority and the minority of Veterans Committee members of the House and the Senate. I urge all my colleagues to join me in supporting H.R. 3819 today, and I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Minnesota.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
Gentleman's recognized.
I rise today in support of H.R. 3819, the Department of Veterans Affairs Expiring Authority Act of 2017. I want to thank the gentleman from Florida for his hard work on this, as the entire committee did. H.R. 3819, as the gentleman said, makes sure that some of the vital programs we have in place to provide for our veterans continue past the end of the fiscal year and continue to help our veterans. Included in this bill are provisions related to the health care, the benefits, homeless veterans, and other related issues. I'm pleased to support extending programs related to the support for caregivers, child care for certain veterans receiving health care, and the pilot program on counseling and retreat settings for women veterans newly separated from service. It also has provisions to extend the authority related to rehabilitation and vocational benefits to members of our armed forces with severe injuries or illnesses, homeless veterans reintegration program, homeless women veterans, and homeless veterans with children, and providing housing assistance and counseling to homeless and at-risk veterans. Also included are extensions of authority for programs to help disabled, as well as authority to enter the agreements with the National Academy of Science to review the research on links between diseases and dioxin exposure. This is a critical step in creating any new Agent Orange presumptions that still may be there. Both of these provisions are critical in helping our aging Vietnam veterans as well as we move forward. The final section contains, as the gentleman said, a technical fix to the Forever GI Bill, an important piece of legislation, once again bipartisanly crafted with the help of our veteran service organizations and passed earlier this year. The correction will simply help make VA implement the law correctly, and all sides agree it must become law as quickly as possible. In short, this bill that both the majority and the minority support, we all agree it must be signed into law as soon as possible, and with that, I urge my fellow members to support its passage. I reserve the balance of my time, Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman reserves. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. At this time, I'd like to give 2 minutes to the gentleman from Florida, a true American hero, a combat veteran, Mr. Brian Mass.
The gentleman is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank my colleague from Florida for the time, Mr. Speaker. Without action from Congress, the authority for the VA Secretary to carry out many essential activities that are critical to helping our veterans will expire. I get my health care from the VA. I get it alongside a great number of my best friends in life. And I can tell you my favorite part about going to the VA in West Palm Beach, Florida, is when I meet one of my fellow veterans in the lobby. And it might be a veteran from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan. And the first thing that we do with one another is we jab at one another about the different branch that the other person served in: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard. But after that, it gets back to the very serious work that we're all at the VA to have completed. And the heroic men and women that I've had the honor of fighting alongside, they've earned, that's the most important word, they've earned the very best care that our country has to offer. But without this immediate action from Congress, veterans could lose those benefits, health care, support for the homeless, and many other provisions. And this is absolutely unacceptable. This bill, the Department of Veterans Affairs Expiring Authorities Act of 2017, it does everything that was already mentioned, which is extremely important. It extends the number of expiring authorities to include nursing home support, support for our caregivers, support for transportation, child care assistance, adaptive sports programs, housing and home loan services. This legislation also makes some important technical changes that will aid the VA's implementation of the Forever GI Bill, a critical priority for ensuring that as many veterans as possible can use that important program. This is the definition of must-pass legislation. I urge my colleagues to pass this common sense legislation. I thank you for the time, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Florida reserves. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Minnesota.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman from Florida for his strong words, for his commitment and service to this country, and appreciate his support on this piece of legislation. At this time, I'd like to yield 5 minutes to my good friend, the vice-ranking member of the full Committee on Veterans Affairs, the gentleman from California, Mr. Takano.
Gentleman from California is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to support H.R. 3819, which reauthorizes several essential veterans programs that support the men and women who have served our nation. These programs include assistance and support services for caregivers who so often make profound sacrifices to support their loved ones, grants to our vital veteran service organizations so they can continue providing transportation for rural veterans to help connect them with the services they need, programs to reintegrate homeless veterans, which offer opportunities for meaningful employment and address the complex challenges they face. And this bill reauthorizes specialized counseling for women veterans. This is particularly important in the light of the stunning VA report released this month, which showed that female veterans are 6 times as likely to die by suicide than any other women. These programs are fundamental to the well-being of our veterans and their families, and they are a reflection of our gratitude to those who serve. In addition, this legislation makes important technical changes that will allow us to follow through on the promises of the new GI Bill, which we passed unanimously earlier this year. Specifically, H.R. 3819 allows us to correct the perverse incentives that discourage veterans from attending local community colleges and universities, which is a provision I worked on with my Republican colleague, Congressman Paul Cook. It also allows for the restoration of benefits for veterans left stranded by the abrupt closure of for-profit colleges, which I championed with Republican Luke Messer. After the closures of ITT Tech and Corinthian colleges, student veterans in my district and across the country were left with non-transferable credits, depleted benefits, and none of the job opportunities that they were promised. By restoring their tuition and housing benefits, we are restoring a measure of justice for these veterans and restoring their opportunity to get the education they deserved and earned. Taken together, the reauthorization of vital programs and the technical fixes included in this bill should earn the support of every member. I want to thank Chairman Rowe, Ranking Member Walls, and my colleagues on the Veterans Affairs Committee for ensuring that veterans can continue to rely on these critical programs. And I am once again grateful for the bipartisanship that has defined our work on behalf of America's veterans. In closing, I want to note that yesterday was Gold Star Mothers and Families Day. And while today we are taking action to support our veterans, we must also remember the men and women who never made it home. Mr. Speaker, I strongly encourage all of my colleagues to support this must-pass legislation, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Minnesota reserves. The gentleman from Florida.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Clay Higgins, who's also a member of our VA committee.
Gentleman's recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the Department of Veterans Affairs Expiring Authorities Act. This much-needed legislation will drastically increase access to health care and support services for our veterans. Most importantly, This bill will help ensure continued access to proven programs to address veterans' homelessness, health care, and benefits. It also includes provisions to assist veteran caregivers, husbands, wives, parents, and children of veterans who righteously dedicate themselves to the care of their loved ones. Veterans and their families have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, and we must uphold our promises to them. For too long, Congress has ignored the needs of today's veteran population. It is past time we focus on supporting our veterans, no matter when they served. The Department of Veterans Affairs Expiring Authorities Act addresses the priorities of today's population and ensures that the money follows the veterans. As a member of the House Veterans Affairs Committee and a co-sponsor of several of the standalone bills included in this package, I am proud to see the committee and House of Representatives come together on behalf of these patriotic Americans who risk their lives for our safety. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields. The gentleman from Florida reserves. The chair.
Mr. Speaker, we're prepared to close if the gentleman has no further speakers.
Yes, I have no further speakers. Please proceed.
Gentleman from Minnesota.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the gentleman from Louisiana for the support and the work on the committee. Once again, the old saying is you shouldn't get a pat on the back for what you're supposed to do, but around here it's harder than you might think, and I am incredibly grateful and proud. I want to thank the majority staff for the work on this piece of legislation, always including the minority staff, always including us in decisions, so that when we get to the floor, we bring a piece of bipartisan legislation that we can all support. It is must-pass legislation. That's why it will pass today, and I thank you for that. I thank the gentleman from Florida for his continued leadership. We've been on this committee for over a decade together, and it seems like it's always that way. So I am grateful for that, grateful we're able to move this forward. I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 3819, and I yield back the balance of our time.
Gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes
Yes,
the gentleman from
I
Florida.
thank the gentleman from Minnesota for his leadership and working in a bipartisan fashion always. And we always put our veterans first. So I appreciate it so very much. Once again, Mr. Speaker, I urge all my members to support this legislation, and I'll yield back the balance of my time. Thank you.
Gentleman yields back. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 3819? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended. The bill is passed. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the chair declares the House in recess until approximately 6:30 p.m. today.
As you heard, the House gaveling out until 6:30 Eastern when they return for votes and speeches. The chamber this afternoon working on several bills, including one